guys, welcome back to my channel, Blind Leading the Blind. We're going to be working on Project YammaMini again today, and today we're going to be removing the cam cover, pouring some oil down through the engine as it hasn't been run for a long time, and then possibly turning the engine over and getting it lubricated. Right, firstly what I'm going to do is I'm going to block off the where the coolant pipe goes in the cylinder head, just so we don't drop any tools or bolts or washers. Okay, that one a bit smaller. Shouldn't tear that off. There we go. Right. Oh. Right, I've got my 5mm Allen key. I'm going to undo these.
You been in this thing before?
Nope.
So it could be like treacle.
Could be. Could be. Hope not.
Do the coil packs come out with the can cover, or do they come out separately?
They're gonna come out in a minute. I'm gonna take them off before we take the lid off. Feels like a rubber O-ring on there. Something on there anyway.
Can't see it.
No, no rubber O-ring? Maybe it's in the cylinder head. Not the cylinder head, the cam cover. Oh, it does feel like there's something in there. Must be something to seal it. Look at that in a minute. When we went to buy the Mini, we went to Cambridge Mini Works. I remember them from reading Mini World magazine as a youngster, so I went to get the Mini from there, and already had in my mind what I wanted to do with the Mini. I had an idea that I wanted to have a motorbike engine Mini driving the front wheels, so after much researching decided on the Lynx AE Mini kit, and it comes complete with the black frame, electric reverse motor, electric reverse gear, drive sprocket, drive chain, limited slip ATB differential. We've got the clutch sleeve cylinders there, throttle cable, clutch pipe.
So is it a bolting kit, or do you still have to do some bits to it?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is a bolting kit, but there's a couple of bits I had to do to it, like the oil cooler sandwich plate that I was explaining the other day down here. I had to make a stud, which is M20 by 1.5, so I managed to make that out of the existing oil cooler bolt. I'm trying to think of other jobs I've done.
Take the old engine out?
Yeah, take the old engine out, obviously. Yeah, 1275 engines had to come out. Had to re-drill the engine mounting holes slightly further back. By approximately, I think, 12mm. Front edge of the subframe has to be cut away, which you can do with a hole saw and angle grinder, and 2 angle grinder slots at the back of the subframe, and then get it welded, which my brother welded for me. Also with the kit, I opted to buy the Polestar ECU system, so I'm not using any of the bike loom or the ECU, because there's so many different features on the bike, and like to do with the immobilizer and stand, anti-theft devices that you've got to modify. So I opted for the Polestar ECU, which has its own coil pack, leads and etc, and that I've got that all with the kit as well. so I won't be using these Yamaha coil packs. So now I'm going to remove these and remove the rest of the cam cover. There we go. Any gunge?
Clean as a whistle.
Good. That's what we want. Right, I'm just going to turn this engine round so I can get to the gear lever. I'm going to try and turn the engine over by levering the sprocket. This is the modified gear lever, so it's quite long, spline shaft, and the idea is once you've got the hole cut in the bulkhead for the gear lever to come through, you line it up and then drill your own hole for the rose jointed gear lever.
So you're putting it in gear, I guess? Or
Yeah,
taking it out of gear?
I put it in gear. I'm just going to see if this turns over a second. Oh, is it moving?
It did move.
Yeah.
Keep doing it. Let me just double check.
Probably better to look at the sprockets.
Yep.
Cool. Earlier in the video I was talking about modifications to the front subframe to fit this engine kit in, and here are the mods. So on the front edge of the subframe, the top has to be cut out along here to there, and then the bottom edge of the subframe is cut out along there to relieve it for the exhaust. So we used a hole saw through there. I think it was like a 72 or 75mm hole saw, and then cut across with an angle grinder. And then the back edge, this side, is two angle grinding cuts go straight up through there and through there. Pin it back as far as the subframe, as far as the steering rack will let you go, and then welded it into place.
Any other changes to engine mounts, Renee?
Oh, engine mounting holes have been drilled further back, but that's only necessary, I think, on Minis made after 1990.
Okay, so those holes are really close together, Si. You might
Yep.
need to fill in the left-hand hole or something.
Ah, I've got a thing for that. Because I made an error. Let me just going to see if I can find them. Ah, can't get them off. But
I'll come round.
can we try and screw them?
I'll come round.
I get a Phillips.
That's right.
Phillips screwdriver is the second box from the second. It's the bottom. It's the second most drawer of the bottom of the top box. I've got that wrong, mate. Sorry. Got it. Right. Now, when I bought the kit, he said some people have had to move the engine mounting hole, some people haven't. Didn't give me any more info in that than true motorsport fashion. You know what these guys are like. So, didn't think anything of it. Let's put that back up. Let's take that. Cool, so I had the subframe powder coated. And it was then that I realised, after reading the Mini Spares website, that later subframes from 1990 onwards, the engine mounted holes were drilled further forward. by approximately 12 millimeters. So what I've done is, me and my brother made these plates with these cap-headed bolts, which are going to drop into the front hole, and then you drop the engine mounting holes through the other holes, and it's just to stop that engine shunting forwards and breaking through into the other holes. This is the old 1275cc engine that I removed from the engine bay. It's a carburetor model from a Mini Sprite. Yeah, it's just bog standard. It's done about 70,000 miles. It was a runner when it came out. I've got a video of it running somewhere.
We drove it back, didn't we?
Yeah, we drove it back as well. Yeah, drove it back from Cambridge Mini Works. So if anyone wants a 1275 engine, let me know in the comments. And UK collection only.
You don't want to ship it to Bahrain or somewhere?
No, not really. No. Postage might be a bit steep. Okay, we removed the cam cover today. Made sure the engine turns over. We fit the gear lever on loosely and just check that it turned over. So next thing to do is to tip some oil or maybe put some grease on the cam loops, because it might be a while before we get it running. Got to get a new gasket for the cam cover and then go from there. So we're going to do a bit more in a few days' time.